So obviously you can go on tweaking these patches forever, but I think I'm going to kind of wrap it up where it is right now. Just some other things I've done to it. I just got rid of the width here on oscillator 1. Without, I think it's just a little bit cleaner, and obviously we're going to be getting a bit of width from the reverb, so I think it's nice to keep bass sounds as mono as you can whilst keeping them sounding interesting with lots of presence. I'm just going to play my MIDI clip again and play around with a few different controls so you can hear some of the most important ones. The filter balance is one of the most significant ones, obviously, as we can blend between our sort of cleaner sound on filter 1 here with just our transient followed by our low bass tones, and then filter 2 providing that more colourful comb filter. Saturation sound is also quite different because I've played around with the sample rate control here, which you can hear changes the sound quite dramatically. We have to remember though that we have our envelope here controlling the amount of saturation, so if I bring this up, so yeah, these were the sorts of controls that I would map to my macro controls here if I wanted to, instantly grab control of some of the most important parameters in the sound. So we can set them up in the matrix section. Go to slot 1 here and set it to mod 1, and then we want our target to be, let's say, filter balance. And if we want it to sort of follow the action of the control here, then we could set it to the bottom, set this one to the top, and then just have it set in maximum. So with it set to maximum positive modulation, with this dial set to the bottom, and you'll hear how this dial here will now exactly follow the action of this one, as if we were turning this one with the macro here. So yeah, just filter 1, and now just filter 2. If we wanted to have it so that it doesn't follow the action completely though, what we could do is just bring it down a bit. So yeah, now we've got it so that we can have it either as just filter 1 or as filter 1 with a fair bit of filter 2 applied as well, so with the dial maybe around about here in the maximum position there. For the next slot, let's do macro 2, and let's have it set to the maybe the sample rate of the saturator. Actually no, let's first do the here's our envelope controlling the shaper. Let's do the decay time here. With it set to the bottom with no decay, we won't get any envelope sounding, so we'll just get no shaper, no saturation. But with it turned up quite high, you can hear we get that envelope modulating this dry wet up, and then slowly modulating it down to add a lot more of that shaper effect when each note sounds. So yeah, envelope 4 decay is the one we want to map. Let's go back to the matrix. Envelope 4 decay. Just turn up to max for now. Let's just turn it right down. For the third macro, I will go with that shaper sample rate. Turning it down once again. And yeah, for the last one, let's do something a bit different and maybe get a bit of extra control over this top end by going to the EQ section, going to the shelf band, turning the EQ on, and then using the level dial here to either boost or cut the top end. In fact, let's just turn it right down for now. And then with it cutting out all those high frequencies, we can then use the frequency control to kind of bring them back in, just like a filter. So now let's map to the fourth macro, this filter frequency, or rather this EQ band frequency. So that's master out, EQ, high frequency, and turn that one up, turn it right down. So there you go, we have our 4 macros mapped there, and now we can just save our sound, menu, save preset, and then name it and place it wherever we like. And spire bass, place, and that's my patch saved.